Hey there, hey and low. Today I just want to do a nice little chat. It's the middle of the school year, and so I'm kind of been in the mindset of reassessing things and seeing how much further we have to go until summer. So today's video is just, my goal is just to lift your load a little bit. As homeschool moms, we made the decision to do this. And sometimes you ask yourself, why did I do this to myself? But I want to talk to you today, you homeschool moms out there, and just have a little chat of how is it going? How are you doing out there? I know a lot of you could be on the spectrum of it's not going very well, things are pretty bad, to hey, it's great, we're having so much fun, the weeks just fly by. You know, and then there's, of course, anybody that's in the middle of that, of, well, got good days, but more bad days than good, or more good than bad, or whatever. So you're right in the middle. And it just depends on where we're at in life and the things that are happening to us. So I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. And hopefully you know that there's ups and downs. I've seen like patterns in homeschooling. So I've seen over 2 decades, patterns of what happens in homeschool. And it does this, and sometimes like, woo, sometimes it's coming up, and then, that's just how it is, because that is how life is. So I want to share with you just really quickly, we're all homeschool moms. We are always looking for ways to help our children remember things, right? And so I use acronyms all the time. It helps me. That's how I always learn. And so I'm going to use an acronym for you, all right? So this acronym are things I want you to remember. I want you to ponder. So the first one, so the acronym is WATER. So W, we're going to go over W. W is welcome weakness. Now, why would I tell you this when you may be thinking, wait a minute, I already feel insecure and like I don't know what I'm doing. Why? I feel pretty weak. Why do you want me to welcome that? The reason I say that is because it helps us to remember that it's okay to be a rookie. It's okay to not know. And actually what happens, at least I found, that when I accept that, I don't know everything about homeschooling, I don't know what I'm doing here, that it almost takes the fear, kind of takes the grip of fear off of my heart. And it just kind of like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what they're doing, that are kind of floundering, and I'm not alone. So it kind of helps you feel a little bit better, like, okay, yeah, that's the fact, that is a fact of life, that I have never been homeschooled. I don't know what homeschooling looks like, but I'm going to try it. And so when we welcome our weakness, it's like this humility kicks in, and it almost opens up things for us of how to become better. So welcoming your weaknesses is a great tool for us to get better. It really is. And to remember it's okay, because there's a lot of people out there. You're not alone. When I started homeschooling, I had no clue. I did not know one person that homeschooled. I did not even know that it was legal. I did not know anything about it. So there you go. And now 23 years later, there you go. So the next one is A. Now this kind of goes along with welcome your weakness and the fact of always ask. So when you're feeling like, I'm a newbie at this, you find people that are just a chapter ahead of you and you follow them. You find somebody that is important to you, that is doing it like you probably would, and that you admire them, and you just follow in their footsteps, okay? You ask lots of questions. Now, this has to kind of do with the principle of just always learning. We just have to stand on the shoulders of giants. So find those giants. And sometimes they're not even giants. Sometimes they're, your next door neighbor that started homeschooling just 2 years before you. Or it's somebody in your homeschool co-op that, has the same amount of children as you, but they, for some reason, have some amazing gifts that they've been given, that they are doing so well in it. So go to them, ask them, how do you do it? call someone up, ask them for, advice, ask them to come over for a couple hours and help you with whatever that you're feeling insecure and that you're struggling with. That's all it is. Always keep learning, always ask. Third thing, T. So take time. This is something that a lot of homeschool moms don't have a lot of, which is time. And I recognize that. I understand it totally. You really don't have a lot of extra time. Like I said before, you're a mom and you're doing a lot of things with homeschooling, and there's not that much left. So what I mean by this is take time for those things that really matter. Take time for you. Take time for your health. Take time for your emotional health. You have to do this. And the very last letter of the WATER acronym goes so well with this, and I'll get to it in just a minute. But you have to take the time in everything that you're doing. You can't just rush and just be going here and there and just like a crazy woman. That just doesn't work. In fact, it makes things worse. So you have to take time for you. Take time to get to know people that are homeschoolers. Get to know people that are in a place that you want to be. Take the time in those things that really matter. And that depends on you, those things that matter. For me, the things that matter to me are my health, my spiritual health, my emotional health, my marriage, and my relationship with my children. There you go. So if it comes between taking time to make sure my kitchen floor is spotless, as opposed to helping a child with something that they're doing in their school, I'm going to take the time to help my child. Now, I like to have a clean house, don't get me wrong. I do. But again, I'm just saying that we definitely need to pick and choose those things that we take our time with, because we really don't have that much extra time as a homeschool mom. Okay, so now let's go to E, which I gotta do something with my phone. There you go. All right, so E. Now this one's my favorite. It's enjoy everything. Now there's two parts to this. Enjoy everything, and that means enjoy everything that's even bad. Enjoy the bad days. Enjoy the hard times. Enjoy those moments where you're like, oh my word, this is gonna make a great story, because it will. Enjoy the times when you're thinking, it can't get worse than this, because you will be able to appreciate the times when it is good. And it also gives you empathy for others that are going through these same kind of things. It makes us better as people when we go through hard times, when we go through struggle. It sands all of the rough spots off us. Okay, now, and of course, enjoy all the good things. You can't forget those wonderful things where you're cuddled up with your 7-year-old when they are reading, and you realize, oh, I taught them how to read. Isn't that cool? Or you're helping a teenager get an A on their algebra test, and you get to celebrate with them, and you say, wow, they've come so far. Just those small little moments that make the homeschooling mom thing so wonderful and so worth it. Enjoy every moment, because you may not get that time back. And I'm going to get emotional, but I don't want to, but just remember that this time you have with your children, it eventually will end. And so take advantage of every moment you can. I've been finding that out as I only have 2 left. And I think, wow, where did that time go? I mean, in the heat of it, in the moments of having so many kids at home and we're always together, it just seems so overwhelming and so like, oh, I can't wait for that day when I only have 2 left. But when I'm here, it's like, wow, I miss those days. So take advantage. Sorry, I don't mean to get emotional. Take advantage of the time that you have. Enjoy everything. All right, let's move on to the last one. Woo, that was a good one. I didn't really mean to do that. The last one is, I can never remember how I say this. Okay, routinely renew. Or no, renew routinely. Basically what I'm saying is you need to renew yourself on a continuous basis, okay? So you need to make a habit of it. You need to make a routine of renewing yourself. This goes along with taking time. You as a homeschool mom need to be filled up too. So you need renewal. You need to plug back in to your energy sources, whatever they are, so that you can be the mom, the homeschool mom that your kids need and that they want. So think about that. Think how you can do it every day, every week, and every month. Take time for you to renew. Okay, I'm just gonna say renew. All right. Oh, homeschool moms, I love you so much. You're just the champions. You're doing so much all the time, and I want to just lift your burdens. So I hope this is helpful today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Toodles.